If you've seen a pink elephant walk through the street, you would look and stare at that elephant. That don't mean you're in love with the elephant. It means it's different. So I'm trying to get her to get the proper attention. Now, it's true that obesity runs through a lot of families in America, but in her case, it walks real slow through the kitchen, Your Honor.
She's the judge who gives rules on the law and life. She's intense with common sense. She's Judge Lynn Toller on Divorce Court, where real couples deal with real life. When Steve and Priscilla met in a local strip club in 2007, they found themselves in a no-strings-attached relationship. But all that changed with the birth of their son. Now their ties are starting to unravel again.
I love her, but she's fat. And the reason why I'm bringing that up right now, because when I met her, she was skinny.
He's obsessively cheap, like beyond cheap. It's like lately we have not been intimate. We have not been like sleeping together in the same bed because of how his mentality is off to me.
Can Priscilla and Steve revive the tight bond they once had? Or will Judge Lynn advise against this relationship before they even walk down the aisle? Find out today on Divorce Court Before Your Vows.
All rise. Court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Lynn Toller presiding. You may be seated.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here today with Steve Turner and Priscilla Moorer. We are here to do one of my favorite things, which is a Before Your Vows session. These two have come together today. They have been engaged for some time. They have a 6-year-old together. You two are in love, engaged. You already call her your wife. And Mrs. Moore, you're having reservations.
Yes.
So you decided to come to me. I've had you guys fill out my compatibility test. I have gotten some information about you, but I do want to talk to you individually now, and I'm going to start with Mr. Turner. You love her, but there are issues. Why don't you tell me what those issues are?
Well, like you said, I love her, but she's fat. And the reason why I'm bringing that up right now, because when I met her, she was skinny. And then it may seem minor, but so as the relationship start, it should end. And it's like before and after. If I start off dating her and I'm buying her clothes every week, I should continue to buy her clothes every week because that's how it started.
Right.
She started off skinny. Now it's come to this.
Look, I don't think I'm fat.
You look beautiful.
Thank you.
You look beautiful.
Thank you. But he likes to belittle me. Like every single day that we're together.
Does he belittle you in other ways, or is that his sole complaint?
Oh, no. It's like he doesn't like me to look pretty. He thinks that if I get attention, then I'm cheating. Attention, like high by, is cheating on him.
So he wants you thin and homely?
Yes, secluded.
Secluded. Mr. Turner, is she accurate in that, or has she misinterpreted your request?
Ma'am, she is not accurate. I would love for her to get attention, but I want her to get the right attention. They would look at her like they would, if you've seen a pink elephant walk through the street, you would look and stare at that elephant. That don't mean you're in love with the elephant. It means it's different. So I'm trying to get her to get the proper attention. Now, it's true that obesity runs through a lot of families in America, but in her case, it walks real slow through the kitchen, Your Honor. The thing I'm saying is this. I want to, and I'm not belittling her or be-bigging her, whatever you want to say. I'm trying to motivate her. I'm motivating her.
Now, you know what I'm gonna say, right?
He's an ass.
Yeah.
To motivate, you have to move someone to change. Your actions have failed to do that. Why do you continue to do them if they are ineffective? I
believe that a person does what a person wants to do.
Right.
So if you're going to want to do something, I can make you say, hey, don't do it. You sit in this corner. But you're going to find a way to do that. Right. I tried to motivate her and let her know she's a little fat. I mean, I'm still skinny when we met. We look like the number 10 when we do our thing. But I let her know these things to see how we used to be. Because when we first met, Your Honor, she can say what she wants to say about how I talk about her and call her fat. But she used to joke with me. We used to talk about fat people together.
That's not true, Your Honor.
Yes, it is. She would laugh.
That's not true.
Now she don't.
Right. Okay. So as you get older, if you lose your hair, do you think that she would have the right to, go get some minoxidil,
Right.
get a wig on, get a toupee? Do you believe that when she is 50, she should look like she looked when she was 20 or 30? Do you believe that's going to happen? Because I got news for you. It don't work out that way.
Well, how technology is now, Your Honor, just anything is possible.
What does he do that causes you concern when you're considering whether or not he's the man to marry?
He's obsessively cheap, like beyond cheap. It's like lately we have not been intimate. We have not been like sleeping together in the same bed because of how his mentality is off to me.
How does that refer to cheating?
Because like he texts me like
being cheap, I'm sorry.
Recently he texts me and he says that he wants us to spend a long time together, right? So I'm like, okay, we could spend a long time together, and I told him like, okay, before you come home, can you buy a bottle? He was supposedly had the bottle already. He didn't get the bottle of Absolute that I wanted. So the whole thing is that he lies and he's cheap.
Are you tight with the penny, Mr. Turner?
Very.
Well, Judge, she knows that I was cheap when I met her.
Yeah.
So as it starts, it must end. I can't just change now. I've been cheap. This is not something she didn't know.
So as it is now, it ends. So you mean there is no improvement to be had over the years? There's no wisdom to be gained, no knowledge to be acquired, that you should remain the same person at all times from the beginning because you started out like that?
No, that's not what I'm saying.
Well, then explain it to me.
What I'm saying is that we can grow together. We can be cheap together. Or maybe we can change together.
When divorce court before your vows continues, can Judge Lynn save this relationship?
I remember how we used to have a lot of fun together. We used to do a lot of things. And she's still that person somewhere deep inside, I know. Maybe you can help me to find that person.
Do you wish you had listened to your mother? Are you ready to dump your mate? If you are, call toll-free at 1-877-311-2222 or visit our website at divorcecourt.com and become a fan at facebook.com/divorcecourt.
Divorce Court Before Your Vows is back with the case of Priscilla Moorer, who is having second thoughts about marrying her son's father because he calls her fat. But is this the only problem in the couple's relationship?
She goes through my things. And
Okay.
she knows I hate that.
Are you going through the man's stuff?
Yeah.
Why are you going through his stuff? I see all that's wrong, and I want to know why it is the two of you are still considering marrying despite the fact that all that's wrong. So, Mr. Turner, I'm going to start with you. I'm going to give you 60 seconds to bowl me over with the characteristics and the kindnesses, the love that you feel about that woman would make me say, yep, that's the girl. Go ahead, 60 seconds. Tell me how much you love her.
I love her very much. Even though she goes through my desk and my phone looking for naked pictures and things like that, I still love her because
So
that's the type of person she is.
2 seconds.
Yeah, but
2 seconds in, you were complaining.
No.
Oh, no. I don't want a balanced picture. What I'm asking you is just for 60 seconds.
He can't do it.
60 seconds. I want you to convince me that she is a woman that you would want to be with for the rest of your life. Give me that.
Okay, because she's nice on the inside. She's beautiful on the inside. And I like her because I remember how we used to have a lot of fun together. We used to do a lot of things. I used to talk to her about anything. And she's still that person somewhere deep inside, I know. And I just want to resurface that. And that's what I'm coming to you for. Maybe you can help me to find that person back again. She's a good person. Like she never stole anything from me or anything like that. So she's a good person.
Mrs. Moore? Did you note that there was no kindness or compliment that was unqualified? Everything was a backhanded negative.
Yeah.
You're good on the inside. In other words, you're too fat on the outside, but I like who you are. He says you used to have fun together, which is telling you you're not any fun anymore.
Yeah.
He says he wants to get the who you were to resurface because he doesn't like who you are now. He wants to find the good woman that he thinks you can be because you're not that person at this juncture.
Right.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Insecure.
I wrote all those words down. All of those were backhanded. They weren't compliments. They weren't expressions of love. They weren't what they liked about you. It's what he would like you to be and what he wants to fix you
For
into.
him.
I wanted you to hear that.
Yes.
Now, we're going to let that go.
Yes.
We're going to let that go, Ms. Moore. I'm going to turn to you, and I'm going to ask you, 60 seconds. Why should I overlook the reservations I currently have about you marrying him and tell you that he's the guy for you?
I'm starting to overthink that he's the one for me, really.
But you gotta give me something.
I love him.
Yeah, but why? What is it about him? What draws you to him?
In the beginning, it was that he wanted to teach me and show me things, and he made me laugh. Like he's really funny now, but this is like a really serious matter. He really tries to talk about me and intentionally hurt my feelings, and I'm so fed up with him. But I love him despite of like his nasty ways. I want him to start.
Okay. Now, I'm going to repeat back what you said to me. In the beginning, therefore, it's another qualifier. There is no current state of who he is, and I love it. In the beginning, he was this. Then you said he wanted to teach me and show me things. So in the beginning, he wanted to change you.
Yeah.
And you should note that. He's funny, and he is. He has a dry sense of humor. But he is funny, and he's got a good sense of humor, and I know that because I read your compatibility test. I know you didn't take it seriously. You were you. And I like a guy with a sense of humor. Nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with it at all. That's the only good thing I heard. And the next word was despite the fact.
Yeah.
I love him despite the fact. So far, you guys are batting 0 on the I love him test, okay? 0.
When divorce court before your vows continues, has Stephen been unfaithful?
When I went through his phone, it's like he had this woman's private in his phone.
If you would like your case heard on divorce court, call us toll-free at 1-877-311-2222 or log on to our website at divorcecourt.com and follow us on Twitter @DivorceCourt. Divorce Court Before Your Vows returns with the case of Stephen Turner, who wants his fiancée to change back into the woman he first fell in love with. But will Stephen the jokester take this matter and Priscilla seriously?
She goes through my things, and she knows I hate that. That's one thing I feel like I just got robbed when somebody touches my purse. She goes through my, I was at my birthday last year. I was taking a shower. When I got out, she had my cell phone. She opened my desk. She had my different folders. I'm very particular about my things.
And you felt violated.
I felt very violated.
Are you going through the man's stuff?
Yeah.
Why are you going through his stuff?
Because I feel as though with a man, he's not going to tell you when he's doing wrong. It's always that I have to catch him in the act or look for it myself. I heard that you cannot look for things unless you want to find it. But I feel like he's cheating. So
Do you have any evidence whatsoever that that might in fact be the case, or is it just, it's just something you believe?
No, I don't have hardcore proof that he's cheating, but when I went through his phone, it's like he had this woman's private in his phone. Like, I don't understand why he
had what?
A picture of a woman's private in his phone. Like, either you cannot download something like that into your phone. How did you get it?
Cheating, no.
Can I say something about that?
That's a little off.
Right. No,
but go ahead.
I'll say this. When she first, been at 5 years, when she first started going through my phone, she found nothing. She found nothing. Years, she found nothing. Last year, I looked at it as if I was helping her because I'm a Muslim, Judge. If I am very hungry, we're in the desert, and I say, Judge, please just give me a sandwich, and you give me a pork chop, even though I'm a Muslim, I have no choice. I wanted some food. I can't be mad because you gave me pork. She wanted to find something. For 5 years, she's been trying to find something, so I gave her what she wanted to find.
Right.
I helped her.
Whatever.
If you look,
I still
you will
can't get to the
find.
Muslim and the pork thing. I'm not sure kind of how that get in there. So you're just saying, you know, well, she was looking for something, I gave her something to find.
Yeah, it's in the Bible. Seek and ye shall find. She found.
I found because you was cheating.
No, you found because you went through my phone. I locked the phone. I didn't lock it that day.
I gave you guys a compatibility test. Steve, you didn't take it seriously. You put the wife should do 90% of everything: cooking, bill paying, cleaning, childcare, laundry. Only 50-50 on that. We know you know that. You don't think that.
No, but I tell you why I put that though. I put that because I'm a landscaper. In Cleveland, it snows from October to May. So there's really not much I can do until it picks up again in the summertime.
Well, if you don't have anything to do, why is she doing 90% of the cooking, bill paying, cleaning, childcare, and laundry?
Because I should do something.
And not work.
And the 5 things he listed about what you didn't like. What you want to know what he said?
Yeah.
Well, you know the first one.
Right.
He said, there you go.
Yeah.
You got cats, you don't trust, you're noisy and a nagger. He says about himself, lists 5 things that are wrong with you. He says,
He said that.
too understanding, too nice, big talker, too friendly.
Right.
But just, you know, I get it. You're funny.
When divorce court before your vows continues, what will Judge Lynn's opinion be regarding Stephen and Priscilla's vows?
I'm going to say something that people are going to find bizarre.
Divorce Court Before Your Vows returns with the case of Stephen Turner and Priscilla Moorer, who have come before Judge Lynn to get her advice on whether or not they should get married.
Judge, let me tell you something. I love her. Like I said, I told you that. I told you that more than one time. I do love her. We have a son, and I think that we should be together to raise our son. I don't want to.
Is that if you didn't have a son, would you still be considering marrying her? That's my question.
Is she like this size, right? I'm just, for example,
she is who she is, no matter what size.
If she is who she is, I love her.
Yes or no?
And that's the question I asked you. What did I ask you?
You said, would you still marry her? That's why I said I love her. I mean, yeah. Yes, I would. She's
this size, she never loses an ounce.
She never loses an ounce.
Never loses an ounce.
I mean, even if she never loses an ounce, she's a good person.
It's not even going to be up to him in a minute, because if he keeps up this, then I'm good.
Okay, here we go. Here we go. I'm going to say something that people are going to find bizarre. I think you guys can make it. And I'm going to tell you why. I don't think he's as big a jerk as he's pretending to be. I think he's got minor jerk tendencies, but he's really not a full-on jerk. He's kind of like, he's a little humorous, he's a little caustic, but I think he's got a good sense of humor. I don't think he believes half of the stuff he tells you. Oh, I think he's an irritant, no doubt. Yeah. But I don't think that he's really a bad guy. I think he needs to grow up a little bit. I think he needs to respect you as the mother of his baby. I think he has work to do. I think you both have work to do. Yes. You have at least a year's worth of work to do before anybody talks about walking down anybody's aisle. And I wrote a book called Making Marriage Work. There's a whole chapter in here. It should have your name on it. And it's about the things you talk about. You have to talk about religion. You have to talk about money. You have to talk about expectations, how you want to live, where you want to live. His job as your husband is not to raise you. It is not to... Now, if you want to, if your religion says he should lead you, that's fine, but he's not to raise you. There is a difference. You have to be your own woman, solid and confident in who you are and what you do. And until you're confident in that, until you know you can do well without him, you don't need to be with him. Okay? So I want you to feel that and understand that. I'm going to give you there's rules. Right now, the only motivation I have for your marriage license is to tear it up. Well, I'm not going to give you this back. I'll give you an opportunity. I'll give you time. But don't do it until you're really ready. And you're not really ready till you're comfortable with who you are. And he treats you exactly the way you want to be treated. Because it doesn't get any better than this. And if you go in and it's yucky, it only gets worse. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Okay, this matter is adjourned.
All rise. Parties may leave the courtroom.
Steve says that since leaving divorce court, he and Priscilla are taking things a day at a time as they work hard to improve their relationship. The couple feels that Judge Lynn's advice was very helpful, but Steve reports that Priscilla's eating habits haven't changed.